Mirandasya Gyanangyana Salakaya Sakshur Militanyena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Namuma Varanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Tuse Namaha. We're reading from Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta, Madhya-līlā, chapter 9. And the author is Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Gosvāmī Maharaj Ki Jai, and the purports by Śrīla Bhakti Swāmī Prabhupada Ki Jai. Verse 1. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted the inhabitants of South India. These people were as strong as elephants, but they were under the clutches of the crocodiles of various philosophies, such as the Buddhist, Jaina, and Mayavada philosophies. By his disc of mercy, the Lord converted all of them into Vaishnavas, devotees of the Lord. All glories to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Sri Advaita Prabhu, and all glories to the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tour of South India was certainly very extraordinary, because he visited many thousands of places of pilgrimage there. When the Lord visited all these holy places, he converted many thousands of residents. Thus many people were delivered. Simply by touching the holy places, he made them into great places of pilgrimage. I cannot chronologically record all the places of pilgrimage visited by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I can only summarize everything by saying that the Lord visited all holy places right and left, coming and going. Because it is impossible for me to record all these places in chronological order, I simply make a token gesture of recording them. As previously stated, all the residents of the villages visited by Lord Chaitanya became Vaishnavas and began to chant Hari and Krishna. In this way, in all the villages visited by the Lord, everyone became a Vaishnava, a devotee. In South India, there were many types of people. Some were philosophically speculators, and some were fruitive workers. But in any case, there were innumerable non-devotees. By the influence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these people abandoned their own opinions and became Vaishnavas, devotees of Krishna. All the time, all the South Indian Vaishnavas were worshippers of Lord Ramachandra. Some were Tattvavadis and some were followers of Ramanujarya. After meeting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these different Vaishnava became devotees of Krishna and began chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. O Lord Ramachandra, descendant of Maharaj Raghu, kindly protect me. O Lord Krishna, killer of the Keshi demon, kindly protect me. While walking on the road, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to chant this Rama Raghava mantra. Chanting in this way, he arrived at the banks of the Gautama Ganga and took his bath there. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then went to Mallikarjuna Tirtha and saw the deity of Lord Shiva there. He also induced all the people to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. There he saw Lord Mahadev Shiva, the servant of Lord Rama. He then went to Ahovala Nishinga. After seeing the Ahovala Nishinga deity, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered many prayers unto the Lord. He then went to Siddhavati, where he saw the deity of Ramachandra, the Lord of Sita Devi. After seeing the deity of Lord Ramachandra, the descendant of the king of Raghu, the Lord offered his prayers and obeisances. Then a Brahmana invited the Lord to take lunch. The Brahmana constantly chanted the holy name of Ramachandra. Indeed, but for the chanting of Lord Ramachandra's holy name, that Brahmana did not speak a word. That day, Lord Chaitanya remained there and accepted prasadam at his house. After bestowing mercy upon him in this way, the Lord proceeded ahead. At the holy place known as Caitanya-caritāmṛta, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahāprabhu visited the temple of Skanda. From there he went to Trimata, where he saw the Vishnu deity Trivikram. After visiting the temple of Trivikram, the Lord returned to Siddhavata, where he again visited the house of the Brahmana, who was now constantly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. After finishing his lunch there, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the Brahmana, "My dear friend, kindly tell me what your position is now. Formerly, you were constantly chanting the holy name of Lord Rama. Why are you now constantly chanting the holy name of Krishna?" The Brahmana replied, "This is all due to your influence, sir. After seeing you, I have lost the long practice of my life. From my childhood, I have been chanting the holy name of Lord Ramachandra, but after seeing you, I began to chant the holy name of Lord Krishna. Since then, the holy name of Krishna has been tied to my tongue. Indeed, when I chant the holy name of Krishna, the holy name of Lord Ramachandra goes far away. From my childhood, I have been practicing this chanting and have been collecting the glories of the holy name from revealed scriptures. The supreme absolute truth is called Rama, because the transcendentalists take pleasure in the unlimited true pleasure of spiritual existence. The word Krish is the attractive feature of the Lord's existence, and Na means spiritual pleasure. When the verb Krish is added to the affix Na, it becomes Krishna, which indicates the absolute truth. As far as the holy names of Rama and Krishna are concerned, they are on an equal level, but for further advancement, we receive some specific information from revealed scriptures. Lord Shiva addressed his wife Durga as Varana and explained, "I chant the holy name of Rama, 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 and thus enjoy this beautiful sound. This holy name of Ramachandra is equal to 1,000 holy names of Lord Vishnu." The pious results derived from chanting the 1,000 holy names of Vishnu 3 times can be attained by only one repetition of the holy name of Krishna. According to the statement of the Shastras, the glories of the holy name of Krishna are unlimited. Still, I could not chant his holy name. Please hear the reason for this. My worshipful Lord has been Lord Ramachandra, and by chanting his holy name, I received happiness. Because I received such happiness, I chanted the holy name of Lord Rama day and night. By your appearance, Lord Krishna's holy name also appeared, and at that time the glories of Krishna's name awoke in my heart. The Brahmana concluded, "Sir, you are that Lord Krishna himself. This is my ascertainment." Saying this, the Brahmana fell down at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After showing mercy to the Brahmana, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya left the next day and arrived at Vridakashi, where he visited the temple of Lord Shiva. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then left Vridakashi and proceeded further ahead. In one village he saw the most of the residents were Brahmanas, and he took his rest there. Due to the influence of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, millions of men came just to see him. Indeed, the assembly was so unlimited that its members could not be counted. The Lord's bodily features were very beautiful, and in addition, he was always in the ecstasy of love of Godhead. Simply by seeing him, everyone began chanting the holy name of Krishna, and thus everyone became a Vaishnava devotee. There are many kinds of philosophers. Some are logicians who follow Gautama or Kannada. Some follow the Mimamsa philosophy of Jaimini. Some follow the Mayavada philosophy of Shankaracharya, and others follow Kapila Sankhya philosophy or the mystic yoga system of Patanjali. Some follow the Smriti Shastra composed of 20 religious scriptures, and others follow the Puranas and the Tantra Shastra. In this way, there are many different types of philosophers. All of these adherents of various scriptures were ready to present the conclusions of their respective scriptures. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu broke all their opinions to pieces and established his own cult of Bhakti, based on the Vedas, Vedanta, the Brahma Sutra, and the philosophy of Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established the devotional cult everywhere. No one could defeat him. Being thus defeated by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these philosophers and their followers entered into this cult. In this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made South India into a country of Vaishnavas. So we stop here for today. Jai Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta Madhya-līlā chapter 9. Lord Chaitanya traveled to the holy places. Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Gosvāmī Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Vishnupād Śrīla Bhakti Vedanta Swāmī Prabhupada Ki Jai. Then we're reading from the Sermons of the Guardian of Devotion, Volume 1, by Om Vishnupād Śrīla Bhakti Rakak Śrīdhar Gosvāmī Maharaj. Chapter 3, The Success of Faith. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, "Giving up everything, let us sing in praise of Shraddha Devi, faith, whose grace can take us to Krishna. Shraddha, faith, is the most subtle thing, and it is also the most tangible. It is not imaginary. We must realize that it is reality. It is concrete and not merely an abstract sentiment of mere individual consciousness. Faith is the universal as the most fundamental element that connects us with the finest objective. Faith is universal as the most fundamental element that connects us with the finest objective. Through electricity or radio, we can establish communication over a long distance. The science is very subtle and not known to anyone or everyone. Yet we cannot deny its existence. It has its tangible position. But faith is much more subtle, and through it one can establish both higher contact and reciprocation. Subtle faith is not approachable by anyone and everyone. It has its tangible existence, and it may function in any circumstance if we have a peculiar contact. So the contact, a peculiar, what is typical, a peculiar, a specific contact. We cannot give false statements that we possess it. Our power and grandeur are not necessarily any proof of its presence in us. Despite great pomp and show, all we personify may be falsehood. We should be very cautious to maintain our contact with genuine faith. Of course, sincerity is the main requirement for faith connection. No price, however valuable in this world, can purchase it. The qualification is loliam, our sincere and earnest desire for the thing. No one can purchase the Absolute, and no price can purchase him. The absolute necessity is our sincere desire and earnestness. With insincerity, we cannot make trade with him. He is not so foolish as to become an object of trade for anybody. Sincere desire for him is required, and that will awaken the conception to serve him. We want him sincerely through affection. We love him, so we desire him, and to love means to sacrifice for the object of our love. Śrīla Jiva Gosvāmī Prabhu has given a beautiful definition of the word Bhagavan. Bhajaniya sarva satguna vasishta. The Lord, Bhagavan, is of such nature that everyone who comes in contact with him will want to serve him and to sacrifice themselves for his satisfaction. This is the result of faith in its developed form. He is so noble, we shall think that if we die to satisfy him, our life's objective will be fulfilled. His noble quality is such that it draws so much sacrificing spirit for him. It draws everything towards him. Die to live. Faith is such. We are in the ocean of faith, and the devotees are the essential agents. Each help the other. We are much relieved from the fatigue and trials of a long journey if we have the companion or the association of a group. Similarly, in this ocean, if we obtain the help of devotees of similar nature to ours, that will be most conducive. Even our Guru Maharaj, in a speech he delivered on Vyasa Puja, his holy appearance day, addressed his disciples. Vipada udarana bandukana. O my friends, who can give me relief from danger. To me, you are all my deliverers from danger in the ocean of faith. It is very difficult to journey onwards alone, so you have come to help me in my dangerous, ambitious journey in the infinite. It's an ambitious journey. Sometimes Guru Maharaj uses the word that we have the audacity to be on that ambitious journey in the infinite. You have come and you are engaging me in talking about him, and so you have given me some engagement. Otherwise, to live and move alone in the infinite is very difficult, troublesome and dangerous. You have all come to hear something, and in this exchange of talks about him, the situation has been made very safe and easy to journey so far towards Vaikuntha. We must be conscious of our real position when we are searching for Krishna. It is not easy, and also it is very easy, both simultaneously. Faith is the only capital by which we can make our journey towards the infinite. Bhakti, devotion, has no beginning and no end, ahoituki apatihata. There is no beginning, it is there already. Before we came to know about it, it was there. It was there, it is there, and it will be there. No one can resist it. That bhakti, that faith is irresistible. It is part of the eternal substance. It is very nature, it is eternity. None can oppose it. We only have to make contact and associate with it, and the wave will carry us towards our goal. And if we can have the company of the devotees, the journey becomes very easy and pleasant. Whereas to go alone, it is very difficult. In the progress of our contact with faith, when we come to take benefit from the devotees and have faith in them, we are more safe and our progress is also tangible. It comes to reality. From a vague, abstract position, faith becomes deeper within us. We can then recognize many others with the same objective in life, and the journey becomes easier. It becomes conceivable. It becomes into measurement. When we have faith in the real devotees, we can come into contact with such a tangible thing. Thus the position of the devotees is very important in our journey, especially in the middle stage. In the primary stage, not much importance is given to the devotees, with only a vague conception from the scriptures, and with the help of previous accumulated merits, sukriti, the journey is begun. But gradually the beginners find that the journey towards the infinite is not an easy thing. We thought that with a little progress we could attain the desired end, but now we find that it is not so. When we come to consider the real position of devotion, of what is God, He is universal, He is the ultimate goal, we may gradually become disappointed. But if along the way we take help from the devotees of similar objective, we shall find much relief by their company, even though the destination may be far away. The difficulties of the journey are more prominent in the second stage. In the primary stage, we are not very exclusive in our objective, and so we do not experience much difficulty. Real difficulties begin when we enter into the journey exclusively, with no other objective than to engage our whole energy towards that high and elevated path. And if we actually achieve a touch of the highest stage, the Mahabhagavat stage, the journey again becomes easier. But the middle portion is difficult, and at that stage the devotees are very important to save us. This is the period of both tangible acquisition and difficulty. Our failings on the path to realization are to be rectified in this middle stage. When we enter into a war, in the beginning we have much hope, we feel confident. But the real test is when the fighting begins, and when we finally conquer, we again become very satisfied. But the middle, when the war is being conducted, that is a very difficult period. At that time, our co-workers, our comrades, also fight along with us, and are very, very important to us. I am not alone, but there are many others battling alongside me in the middle fighting period of war. Those companions are important. Some may disappear from the field, but there will be others to encourage me. Similarly, on this journey, we may see that many stalwarts are falling. It may discourage us to see such respected persons going away, falling in the middle path. Nonetheless, in the midst of those unfavorable circumstances, there are others who are bravely making progress with unflinching faith, and they will help us. To stick it out to the end is difficult, but important and valuable. The test comes and shows how much faith we have. Nothing comes in vain, and we must take everything that happens in that way. There may be so many stalwarts like Bhishma and Drona who fell flat in the battlefield, but still we must go on. We are out to fight to the end. We must achieve our end of life, and we can imbibe such firmness from the character of the devotees. The Shastra will also offer helpful advice, but the association of the devotees is nonetheless of ultimate importance. We need lasting faith, not flickering faith. Oh, I attempted for some time, but I did not find my tangible fruit from Bhakti, so I left. Or, to me it seemed very, very vague. When I began, I thought this to be something tangible, that I would quickly attain, but it is not so. It is uncertain. I am giving so much energy for the cause, but still the desired result is not achieved. Previous tendencies also draw from the negative side, and so we find that many stalwarts are falling. Still we have to persevere in this journey, and we shall have to take courage from those who are standing and who are deeply engaged. Though it is told hundreds of times that the Absolute is infinite, in the beginning we still tend to take it in the conception of the finite. We are accustomed to think of anything and everything in terms of finite. So, although we hear that it is infinite, it is Vaikunta, it has no limit. We nonetheless cannot grasp the proper meaning. But when we make practical progress, many new conceptions must come to our knowledge. Now, when our Guru Maharaj addressed his disciples as Vipada Udaran Bandhukan, my dear friends, who have come to deliver me from danger, we should of course recognize such a statement from both the relative and absolute standpoints. Students are a necessary part of a professor. When a professor has students, he feels the practical utility of his life has been successful. Thus, from the relative point of view, disciples can help the Acharya, but from the absolute standpoint, Krishna's will is everything, and the Nitya Siddha, or eternally perfect great souls, who inwardly know the Lord's intentions, cannot be disturbed by any danger in any respect, but outwardly such an appearance may be manifest in their dealings. Much chitta, their attention is in me. Their energy is also spent for my cause. They mutually assist one another. This reminds us of the Napoleonic chair. So we read that further tomorrow. Jai. The sermons of the guardian of devotion, Śrīla Bhakti Rakshakṣidadev Gosvāmī Maharaj Ki Jai. This volume 1. Very wonderful. Jai Śrīla Gurudev. Hari Yadaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hari Yadaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudan. Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan. Sri Caitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra. Sri Caitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Siva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Gadadhara Siva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Rupa Sanatana Karaguna. Jaya Rupa Sanatana Karaguna. Vaishnava Padma Gauranga Sundar Radha Kavirāja ki jai. Om Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Gosvāmī Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Rakshita Dev Gosvāmī Maharaj ki jai. Bhagavan Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Sri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai. Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur ki jai. Sri Caitanya Jai Om Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Vedanta Swāmī Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Caitanya Saraswati Mat Sri Acharya Vrinda ki jai. Sabhashara Sri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Sabhashara Sri Mahāprabhu ki jai. Jaya Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Sri Navadvip Dham ki jai. Sri Mayapur Dham ki jai. Sri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sri Purushottama Dham ki jai. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki jai. Bhakti Devi Vrinda Devi Tulasi Maharani ki jai. Ganga Yamuna Ju ki jai. Sri Caitanya Saraswati Mat ki jai. Sri Caitanya Saraswati Mat London chapter ki jai. Go-kartals ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees ki jai. All glories to the world devotees ki jai.